Alright guys, that's the lab time! Spanning tree configuration lab. Welcome! We have a topology. We have 4 switches connected to each other. And in the first step, we need to create the topology above and determine the root bridge. And the question says me that spanning tree mode will be rapid PVST. Alright? Second, force one of the non-root bridges to be a root bridge by changing the priority value. Alright? And the last step is force one of the non-root bridges to be a root bridge, but don't change the priority value. Okay, let's go ahead with the first step. What I'm gonna do is I will configure spanning tree mode rapid PVST and I will check which is my root bridge. Okay. Conf spanning tree mode rapid PVST is the whole configuration. But if I use a question mark, I can see that I can also use the PVST too. In different chassis of switches and different iOS versions can support different types of STP. But in this question, it's saying me that to configure rapid PVST and my chassis is supporting this, so I'm using rapid PVST. I'm gonna make the same configuration on switch 2. Three. And the switch 4. Alright. I changed my configuration and I'm using rapid PVST right now. And now it's time to check who is my root bridge. I want to start with switch 3 and take a look at if it's my root bridge or not. To verifying the spanning tree, I'm using show spanning tree command. Oh my god, I'm so lucky. As you can see that I found the root bridge at my first try. So how I got that? Because when I typed show spanning tree, I saw that this bridge is the root output. If we check the another switch, for example, switch 4, oh, it's not typing. Okay, it's typing now. And if I run the show spanning tree command, as you can see that we don't see anything that is saying this bridge is the root. So, alright, step 1 accomplished. Let's take a look to the second step. Force one of the non-root bridges to be a root bridge by changing the priority value. As you can see, the default priority value is 32,768. So I'm gonna make the switch port of switch 4 as my root bridge now by changing the priority value. Conf spanning tree for VLAN1, I'm gonna set the priority of this switch to a lower value than my default value. But please pay attention that bridge priority in increments of 4096 warning. So it's okay that I can use 4096 because that's lower from my default value. And lowering the priority means that I'm forcing that switch to be the root. Okay. I need to wait for a few seconds. And let's do the show spanning tree command. As you can see that from the output, this time switch 4 is my root bridge. Switch 1 and switch 3 was the root bridge before. As you can see that. But now it's not root anymore. Okay, pretty cool. And let's get into the last step. The last step of the question is saying me that force one of the non-root bridges to be a root bridge, but don't change the priority value. Let's make this switch 1 root bridge. Because of the question saying me that don't change the priority value, I just have one option to make this guy the root. Alright, spanning tree, VLAN1 and question mark. As you can see that I can see my option here, root. VLAN1 root, question mark again. I can set the primary root or secondary root, but I'm gonna set the primary root. Alright. When I tap the show spanning tree now, this time I should see that switch 1 is my root bridge. So let's hit the enter. Enter. And yes. I can easily see that this bridge, switch 1 is the root bridge right now. As you can see, that pretty straightforward and so easy to configure the SDP, and we can have a few options to change the root bridge. And we completed the 3 steps too in the configuration lab, and thanks for viewing.